Hello there. Excuse me. A bit croaky. Hello there. It's just me, your old... I'm going to see if I can keep still. This chair's ever so squeaky. Hello there. It's just me, your old buddy Grizzly Jim. And I'm back in the workshop today. And that is a sentence I was worried I wouldn't be able to say anymore. Just to bring you up to speed, a few weeks back, sort of mid-December, I had a devastating thing happen where I pretty much lost my business with Grizzly Strings, which is my little baby I've been working on for the past few years, putting my heart and soul into it. You know how it is. Basically, small businesses like myself, especially during this kind of economic downturn that we've got going on, I've kind of been in my overdraft as you know, as many businesses are these days. And basically what happened was that the bank, unbeknownst to me, just wiped out my overdraft. They took it away and said, you can't have this anymore. They said they'd sent me a letter. I hadn't received a letter, but that's all by the by. And basically my world came sort of crashing down, and I was in a pretty dark place for a bit. I didn't know what was going on. It was my livelihood. It was how I feed my kids, how I pay my bills, and it kind of just disappeared overnight. And it was like a couple of weeks before Christmas, and it was just a hell of a time. In the grand kind of scheme of things, it's just money. That's all it is. But unfortunately, you need money to function and survive in these days. So it was a kind of a big deal. If you look at it one way, maybe not so much. When you see what's going on in the world. Anyway, but yeah. So I was in a pretty rough spot. I didn't know what to do. I was kind of spiraling. I was in a really dark place. But amazingly, the kind of traditional archery community and beyond, actually, people outside of there's some amazing people outside of the traditional archery community kind of rallied around and helped me out so much with kind messages of support, people checking in on me, people making sure that I was okay, that my family was okay, that everything was, that I could pay my bills. Some amazing bloke set up a GoFundMe, which meant I could kind of pay off some of my bills and stuff, because I had no bank account, I had no overdraft, and I was in my overdraft. I had no money, like they just disappeared. So I couldn't pay any of my bills. I couldn't pay myself. I couldn't do anything. So he set up a GoFundMe, and I could pay off my bills and get myself a little bit squarer, and various things. But I'm overjoyed to say I've managed to wrestle control back from the bank. I've got my business back. It's fully functioning. It is back to what it was. Luckily, but towards the run up to Christmas, I managed to completely get up to date, get absolutely sort of 100% up to date up to about almost like the 20th of December or something like that. I was sort of really completely up to date. So what in my head it was like, so whatever happens next year, I can start with a clean slate, because I'm going to have to get a proper job. I'm going to have to pull my head out my arse and join the real world. But I sort of, as I've come back into the workshop today and sort of getting stuff ready, I've had so many orders over Christmas, and it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, I don't quite know what to say. I mean, people have really got behind me and really kind of basically saved Grizzly Strings, basically, and it is incredible. And I don't quite know what to say other than thank you. And I've always said this community is incredible. Even like I say, even beyond the community, some of my dear friends sort of rallied around me as well, which is amazing. Even like people who've got nothing to do with archery, they're just, Jim, let's go for a beer. Come on, let's and just it was nice, and because I was the thing is, being on my own, like this is me. Grizzly Strings is me. I'm the only employee. It's just me. I have to shoulder a lot of the burden, well, all of the burden myself, and it's a very lonely existence. And you kind of forget that there are people out there, and so many people were so kind and loving and generous, and it was just amazing, absolutely amazing. And it kind of saved Christmas as well. I mean, I was all set to just have the worst depressing Christmas, just being all grumpy, but it was amazing. So, I mean, I've been a bit quiet the past couple of weeks. I've just spent some time with the family, kind of reevaluated, and got my head straight again, so I can sort of hit the ground running this year. I mean, it's my first day back in today, so I've just been going through catching up on emails and packing up a couple of little bits and bobs, and then I'm starting fully production again tomorrow, and sort of getting all those orders out. So I try and get caught up to as best as I can. But it has taught me that maybe I'm trying too hard to eke out a living out of such a niche business. So when things are a little quieter and I've got things sort of caught up again, I'm going to be looking at sort of doing another job, getting a part-time job or something, just to kind of supplement what's going on here. What that is, I don't know. I haven't had a proper job for years. I've always done interesting things that never paid well, but unfortunately, because of the sort of climate at the moment, I can't live on that cloud anymore. I've got to do something. You know, I've got a family, so I'll be looking at something. And I made a CV the other day for the first time in about 20 years. Fantastic work of fiction. It's CV writing's a whole new skill, but I so I'm not entirely sure what the future holds. I don't know what that's all about. So yeah, it's things are going to change. I'm feeling really positive. Grizzly Strings is safe. It's going to continue. It will endure. Like I say, it's not going to be my main source of income. Whether that means that I have to focus a little bit more on maybe the coaching again and the seminars. Now things around the globe have started to settle down. So we'll see. But Grizzly Strings is alive and well, and that's the main thing. Thanks to you guys. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So yes, Grizzly Strings is alive and well. So feel free, order a string, order some coffee. I need to order some coffee actually. I need to speak to the roaster. That's a different thing. T-shirt. Everything is just working as it should. So yeah. So that's fully functional again, and it's my company again, and it will endure. It's gonna crack on and do exactly what it should do. But stepping away from it as a full-time endeavor, I was worried about this, but I've been thinking on it, and I think it's actually a good thing. It's going to free up a bit more headspace for me, so I can get sort of my creative juices flowing again, so I can create a bit more engaging content. As much as I love just sitting here at my desk talking to you guys, it's probably my favorite type of content to do. As much as fun as it is going into the woods, shooting montages and bow reviews and things, layering some nice acoustic music over it, making a nice sort of quality product. This is my favorite thing to do. Just sit here and talk to you. Maybe you hate it, maybe you don't. I mean, the numbers are never as good as they used to be, but it's real. It's true. It's I speak the truth to you. I feel open. I feel comfortable enough to just talk to you like a person. So this is my favorite type of content, but I do want to do some more elaborate, sort of a little bit more fancier stuff. And hopefully kind of stepping away from, or trying to turn this into a full-time job, which, just the demand isn't quite there at the moment. Maybe it will in the future, maybe it won't, I don't know. But that's going to free up a little bit of headspace so I can concentrate on that. And then also do some, coaching and seminars as well, I think. Already had a couple of chats with people about potentially something in the new year. So watch this space. I shall keep you updated on that. But there's also some really interesting stuff happening behind the scenes as well. Some stuff I can talk about, some stuff I can't talk about. Got something really, really exciting happening with my guys at Striker, which I can't tell you about, but I'm very excited. Some potential bits and bobs going on. No, I'm not going to tell you. I will when it's appropriate, and when something's finalised, I'll tell you. But until then, I'm going to keep stum. But yeah, it's a new year. Last year was pretty crap for loads of people. I know some people had it a hell of a lot worse than I had it. So it's done now. We're past it. We survived it. It's a new year. We can all do better this year. Everything's going to be. I've got this good feeling about this year. I don't want to jinx it, but I think things are going to work out. Whatever I end up doing, it'll be for the best. And I mean, even the stuff that happened just before Christmas, I've always, my entire life, tried to always see the good in something. Always try and spot that silver lining. And I think ultimately, having the ground snatched from underneath me has given me a bit more perspective, and I can see things a bit clearer now, and I know what I need to do. I mean, I was living in my overdraft in my business. I think I was kidding myself trying to think that I could make a full living out of that at the moment. I used to be able to. Things were different a few years back, but the world has gone through some crazy changes. But maybe things will get back there again. I don't know. But the important thing is I'm feeling positive. My business is okay. I got to change the way I do things a little bit, but I'm excited about it. I'm full of gusto. There's no longer sort of huge 6 week wait for strings. At the moment, it's a couple of weeks. Hopefully, if I have a good few days, good week or so, working hard, I'll get that down to maybe about a week or so. My goal is really to get completely caught up again. So if an order comes in, I can get it done that week. But we'll see how things go. But again, thank you everyone so much for your support, your kind words, people checking in on me. It's amazing, and I do love this community, and I love some of the people. Well, I love most of the people in it, but there's some very special people in this community, and you know who you are, and people that I mean, I hate asking for help. I'm too bullheaded. I've never done it. I've never been like, hey, help me. Some people kind of see through that, and they're like, I do need a little bit of help, and they helped me, and it was amazing. And all the people that sort of contributed and things. The guy who set up the GoFundMe, I'm working through. He made me realize that I can actually message the people on the list, so I'm going to go through and sort of thank everyone individually on that. But yeah, I just it's truly humbling experience these past few weeks, and I kind of just wanted to share my thoughts with you, keep you up to date, let you know what's going on with Grizzly Strings, and yeah, it's been a funny old end to the year, but onwards, upwards. Feel like I'm getting my mojo back. I went shooting on Thursday, and instead of just sitting around drinking coffee and eating and occasionally picking up a bow, thinking about it, putting it down, playing a board game, everything that we do at the archery club to avoid actually shooting, I shot around. I actually picked up my bow and I shot around. I didn't do very well, but I haven't really shot properly for ages, so I feel like I'm getting a little bit more excited about shooting again, and the prospect of getting out to the woods, and a couple of companies have contacted me and says, can we send you some stuff to have a look at, and we want to help you out, so sell it on when you're finished with it. And that happens a fair bit, but I find it very difficult to sell bows. I'm a bit of a hoarder. But yeah, things are looking up, and I can't wait for another year of archery with you guys, and talking crap at you from my desk, wandering around the woods, talking crap. just talking crap about archery. I mean, that's what I do best. But anyway, I just want to say huge thank you to you, the archery community, and all my friends. I mean, the thing is that they say you kind of don't realize you realize who your friends are in times of trouble and strife and crisis. I just didn't realize I had so many. So thank you all so much. Take care, shoot straight, and I'll see you on the internet. Bye bye.